YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J coming at you with another J Talks Crypto. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and bell notification. I do my best each and every day giving you guys the top picks in cryptocurrency. And guys, we are on a mission to hit 100,000 subscribers. I cannot do that without you guys. But as you guys can see, Toshi coin coming in at 221 million. We're going to talk a lot about it. We're going to talk a bit about some Bitcoin today. A whole lot of stuff, guys. Really important weekend. You do not want to miss. Again, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Also, got to let you guys know, too, that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. You shouldn't be buying things that you see in my videos ever. Don't recommend. You should always go out and do your own research, right? But let's talk about some Toshi coin because as you guys can see, Toshi coin, in my opinion, making some pretty familiar patterns, coming in again at 221 million and kind of looking a little bit similar again to some of these type of patterns that we've made in the past, right? In this double bottom here when we were heavy oversold on the 1 day, shooting up above this third Keltner channel, seeing another retest of this lower level right before a big parabolic run up. Can we see something similar? Can Toshi coin maybe hold some support here? Can we build off of this 1 day range? Again, some of these indicators also showing that we have a little bit of volume lacking in the trade right now, but again, it's totally normal because the market is a little bit down. We do know that the market seems to see a little bit of volatility in the weekend. The main thing that I want to see here on Toshi coin is that again, we're creating higher lows. So in my opinion, we're doing just that. This trend is definitely not broken down yet. I know we've seen a little bit of sell off, going all the way from like 250 to 221, but again, this is going to be a volatile trade, especially in times of Bitcoin volatility. What I'm really mostly paying attention to is this weekly candle here. We need to have a good week this week. This can be absolutely massive for Toshi. We could see this thing sitting up around 400 million if we could start printing some green this week. Again, if we can close this weekly candle above this line right here, maybe we could start seeing this thing start to run again. Is it possible? It's possible, right? But is it a for sure thing? Nothing's ever for sure thing. The market's always speculative. In my opinion, Toshi coin has had some pretty good volume on all these Bitcoin pumps. That's why, again, it's one of the coins that I'm looking at the most. You guys can see this monthly chart is looking hot, man. This thing looks really good. Nice cup and handle for me here. And it looks like Toshi coin is going to be possibly, again, if it could break out of this. Look at this gap, dude. This is massive on the 1 month. This is a huge week for Toshi, guys. This thing could really send this week. But also, if we reject off this zone, which again, it doesn't look like we will. Anything can happen, right? These monthly candles, each one of these candles is going to represent an entire month. So we're really kind of trying to see how really we close in July, right? But if we could still stay positive, we could start breaking above this, guys. And again, it's only the 12th, so we definitely have time. Bitcoin, in my opinion, is definitely looking structurally sound. I like the way Toshi looks. It may not be seeming like it's moving a lot, guys, but if it can break above this, I do think that we could see a pretty big move up. And I told you guys that a couple times before. Toshi coin has made some pretty big moves. So again, it is going to depend on the volume. There is always a chance that, we do break down, so you do have to take that into consideration too. Definitely not a time to be over leveraging in the market. I know there's a lot of bullish euphoria, but at the same time, guys, we have to check that, right? You guys have got to learn how to check that euphoria when Bitcoin is at an all-time high, right? Because ultimately, we want to be, well, I try to accumulate when the price is actually cheap. So the fact that Bitcoin is at an all-time high, I'm definitely paying attention to it. I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. I still think Bitcoin looks really solid, especially forming this bull flag here. But we do just have to keep in mind that sometimes we see sell-off happen in the weekend, right? Today's Saturday, and we got some sideways price action. But again, I just feel good about this, man. This looks like a giant bull flag forming here, and this thing could really cut up. We haven't yet broken out of that 120 range. That was kind of the target that I told you guys. Either we were going to touch 100K or we are going to touch 120. But since, in my opinion, we had that confirmation, we're still on the up and up. This chart is still looking good to me. I don't think that we've seen a sign that we've started to break down yet until further notice, right? I'm always trying to tell you guys, hey, when the trend's turning over and stuff like that. But in my opinion, the trend has definitely not turned over. We're just sitting a little bit volatile right now on a weekend, which is totally normal. We're going to see that. But the good thing about this volatility, right, is that we're going to be able to, if we can hold these levels of support, we'll be able to create new levels of support, which is huge for Bitcoin, and that is going to drive a lot of confidence into this little altcoin season right here. As you guys can see, our altcoin season is looking like it may start looking pretty good pretty soon, right? Starting to move up a little bit, right? Our yearly high was in December 2024 was at 87, right? Our low was April 25th. We were at a 12. So again, if we're loading up for an altcoin season, it can be big. How big? My prediction, again, just a prediction. If we do see an altcoin season, and this is again just a prediction, I don't have a crystal ball, I'm not a fortune teller, but I do think possibly we could see $4.2 trillion market cap, which is billions of dollars coming into this space. Now there's over 2.5 million cryptocurrencies, so of course not every single thing is going to pump. Some of these things will pump, things that have shown demand. Those are the things that I look for. I always tell you guys that I'm looking for the coins that have had demand in the past, right? Because that, again, is what these big exchanges are looking for. And guys, this is kind of the time in the season, right, when we would start seeing more exchanges start listing things. So I am on the lookout for, what Binance is listing, what Robinhood is listing, what all these big exchanges are listing, because again, these guys are trying to stay ahead of the retail game also. And yeah, so I do think that they're going to be shopping right along with a lot of retail shoppers, right? But the question is, what coins are they going to be picking up? Do you guys think that Toshi coin could get listed on Binance this year, or do you guys think that because Toshi coin is the Coinbase owner's cat, that's going to be like they don't want to promote the competition, I guess. I don't know. I don't think that they're going to want to miss out on the amount of people that are holding Toshi. Again, we got close to 1 million people holding Toshi now, which is absolutely insane. Um, it's really crazy, guys. It really is, because when I first started talking about this coin, we were at like 9 million market cap. This thing really reminds me of SHIB, guys. We talked about SHIB also, 2,000 wallets, right? SHIB going all the way now, it has like 3 point something million wallets. And again, I do think that Toshi has that growth potential that SHIB has. And the community is just very active, right? I love the Toshi community. There's a lot of whales in this trade that are a little bit manipulating the trade, but that's going to be a normal thing, guys, to be honest with you guys. You're always going to have whales. You're always going to have bots in your trade. The main thing is just making sure that they're not holding too much of the supply. Are they suppressing the price a little bit here? In my opinion, probably, right? Because in my opinion, we should be pumping a lot more than we are. But we are seeing some of these guys picking up and dropping back. So just something to kind of also pay attention to. But again, I'm not too worried about Toshi Coin as far as the amount of people that are whales or the amount of people that are bots. This is not a contract that is of too much of a concern to me. Again, it's listed on Coinbase also, so gives me an extra boost in confidence. This coin is not listed on a lot of websites though, and that's what I want to talk about, because I had somebody comment, they were like, man, Jay, you better hope that this coin gets listed on Binance. And I'm like, well, why? I don't know why I should hope that this coin gets listed on Binance. This coin is really already listed on some massive exchanges, including Coinbase alone. I mean, the fact that this is listed on Coinbase alone, if in a bull cycle, I feel like this coin could still hit $1 billion, even if it's not listed on Binance. There's big exchanges, guys, that have a lot of volume that can move this coin just like Binance can, in my opinion. I think OKX has the ability to move this coin just like Binance. I think that Huobi also. I mean, OKX is like, I think it's like number 4 or 5 exchange in the world right now in terms of 24-hour volume, billions of dollars in 24-hour volume. So again, we just need a little bit of that money to come into a project like Toshi, and this thing can really attract a lot of investors. Again, when you have the FOMO factor of millions of people now, or well, close to 1 million people now holding this thing, you top that off with, possibly new listings. I think that this could generate some buzz. I think that the majority of people also that hold this coin are not even on Twitter. I was not plugged into the Toshi coin Twitter for a while. It took me a little while to really see that, wow, this community is actually massive on Twitter. But I do think that once these guys start getting more plugged in on Twitter and stuff like that, we're gonna see possibly even Toshi start trending on Twitter. I mean, what would happen if we actually got Toshi trending on Twitter? We're actually sharing enough content enough for that to happen, I think that that would be pretty huge. We're already getting a lot of people every day getting into this project. Again, this project is growing thousands of wallets every day now. And there's been days in the past, during those boring times of the cycle where this thing wasn't moving at all, right? The thing was like growing maybe like 500 or 600 wallets. And now we've had days where we've literally grown tens of thousands of wallets on Toshi. So, in my opinion, more people are opening their eyes to this. The search volume is going up on Toshi. So, this is definitely a coin that I feel like a lot of people have on their watch list. It's been on my watch list, and I'm excited to see what Toshi has cooking. Again, it's looking a little bit volatile right now this weekend, but not too concerned. Definitely paying attention to this daily chart here. We don't want to break down too much, right? We definitely don't want to break down below this bottom Keltner channel here. But even if we do need to see a retest of like maybe 212 or something like that, I would still be thinking that we're still in an uptrend. Things are still moving, right? Slow motion is better than no motion, in my opinion. And again, Toshi Coin is a coin that can draw a lot of investors. So that's just my opinion on it. And on today is Saturday. We're going to be making a lot more videos on Toshi. I want to know what you guys think, though. Are you bullish on Toshi? Are you bearish on Toshi? Let us know in the comment section below. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.